Hey guys, it's Serenity Beach Stables here. I'm gonna see how quickly I can do this. I only got 19 minutes left on my thing, so let's see how quick I can do this. This is an overall result video for the shows I've been to this year, which, as you could tell by just doing this aerial shot here, this year was a good year for many reasons. If you can look at that, yeah. So anyway, this is a combination of Dreammakers Live, Spring of a Thing, Red Devil Live Briar, Red Devil Live Stone, which my horses were proxied at that show. Thanks, Colin. And also my latest one, which is Spirit Horse Live. So I'm going to start here. Well, I'm going to do my mini ones after this. So after this one gets uploaded, I can delete it off my phone, and I'm going to do my minis. So that's why you don't see any minis out, okay? Alright. Ooh, let's get down here. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of go in. There's no particular order, it's just how they were grabbed out of the cabinet. So first horse is Norwegian Star. He got a 4th. I believe it was in collectability. Yep, or no, color. At the Red Devil Live Briar. Which he's done okay sometimes. So that was pretty okay for him. Next horse was a shocker. Kinda sorta. I've never had her place before. This is Miami Escape. It's my Headley Britannia. She got a 4th at Spirit Horse, which I was pretty proud of her, actually. I was shocked. She beat out Lowkey, Star, and one other. I can't remember who else. But she beat out one other horse, and yeah. This was another one that's never placed before. This is the Trickster, the My American Pharaoh. He got a 5th at Spirit Horse Live. This is Tahoe's Silver Bullet. This is a custom that I bought off eBay, actually. I had a ruffian body, and I was going to get something like this done, like a dapple gray. The reason being behind the name, my first car was a silver Tahoe, and kind of like a dark gray Tahoe, so I called her Silver Bullet. So I named her Tahoe Silver Bullet. And this was the first show she showed at, so she got a 2nd and a nan at Dreammakers. And then I just showed her this past weekend, because there's not really many custom shows I could show her at. So, she got a 1st and a nan at Spirit Horse, which I was really proud of her. Next horse is Water and Whiskey. It's my Pop the Cork. He got a 5th in collectability at Red Devil Live. I'm trying to remember under what division. Oh yeah, it was a double judge show, so it was under the Appaloosa division. He also got a 3rd in that class, and then he got a 6th at Spirit Horse Live. The Red Devil Live Briar was a double judge, so that's why some horses might have multiple placings for the same class, basically. So, yeah. My little Zippy, who I bought at Dreammakers Live, quickly threw him in a class, got a 3rd. Named him after the HHR, which is the other car that I drove sometimes. We're trying to sell it right now, so it's not here with us. And then he also got a 3rd at Spirit Horse, so I was kind of proud of this little guy. Next horse, she was proxied for me, so most of the placings are from the proxy. But this is Dominator 2. She is one of my Glassy Stone ponies. She got a 3rd at Spring of a Thing, sorry. And then the only one that wasn't her proxy was obviously Spirit Horse Live, into which she got a 2nd, but she was proxied at the Red Devil Live Stone show. And she got a 2nd, basically, in all her classes, the real color. The other mixed pony class, she got a 2nd in collectability, as well as in breed. So I was very proud of her. My friend sent me pictures, and most of my horses, except for one of my minis, pretty much nanned at that show, so yeah. Next one is Costa Neo Romantica. He is my Enchanted Forest, who is actually surprisingly body quality. It's kind of hard to see on the videos. But he placed 3rd at the Red Devil Live Briar show, in his breed, I believe. And, yep, in other mixed pony. And then, alongside, D2 here, he got a 1st and a nan at Spirit Horse Live under breed. Next horse is You've Been Lowkey, he's kind of my off and on horse. He's done well at some shows, and some other shows he doesn't. But he got a 2nd and a nan at Spring of a Thing, a 3rd at Dreammakers, which actually Dreammakers came before Spring of a Thing. It's just this is the order of how it was laid out. He got a 4th in his breed class. He got a third in the collectability half of the breed. And then he got a second and an in the color class for Bay Brown Pinto. So, yeah, because he was proxied. So that was a proxy result. This is Kick the Dust Up. He was one of my newer ones for this year's show string. He got a first and an at Spring of a Thing, which I was very proud of him. And then he got a fifth at Spirit Horse, a third in his breed class, and a second and an in his collectability class, which I was very proud of him. Because I do have his card, his COA that he came with. Next horse is Bahama Breeze. I actually got him, it was kind of funny behind him. I got him for $25 from a friend. The first show he showed at was Dreammakers Live right there, and he got a third. He got a fifth this weekend at Spirit Horse, and then he placed fifth in his breed, and then got a second and in collectability at Red Devil. This is Caribbean Princess. She has a hard time standing up. That is why she's leaning against the dresser. And she got a fifth in the collectability. Yep, the collectability half of the Part Arab mare at Red Devil. This one is another one who, I don't know. This is American Tragedy. I bought him in the winter from a friend and picked him up, I believe, when I went to Spring of a Thing, if I remember correctly. But he got a second and an in at Spring of a Thing. And then he was proxied in August at the Red Devil Life Stone Show. And he got a first and an in the color class, a first and an in the breed collectability half, and then a first and an in the breed half. So, yep, I was pretty proud of him. Next horse is Sleek as a Porsche, both literally and figuratively. I also got him from a friend of mine, and, Colin. I got him from Colin. And he got a second and an in at Spirit Horse. This is Norwegian Wind, and he got a fifth at Spirit Horse. Diamond in the Rough is my fell pony. I bought her at Briarfest, and she got a second and an in the color class at Red Devil Live. This is Costa Pacifica. Normally he does pretty well at shows. He's been kind of being pushed out of the books lately, but he did get a third in the Welsh Connemara class at Red Devil Live, which I was okay with that. This is Norwegian Gem. I bought her from Colin, and actually under Colin she placed fourth at the Willow Tree Live, and I bought her like shortly after that, and so I decided to incorporate that. But she placed that one under Colin, and she was not proxy because I bought her afterwards. But she did get a first and a nan at Spring of a Thing. And then she got a fourth at Spirit Horse and a sixth in the breed class at Red Devil Live. So I was really proud of her. Let's see here. Norwegian Pearl got a sixth in at Spirit Horse Live. And Spirit Horse Life was only, like, breed and stuff. So that's why I'm not, like, saying, like, if it was collectability or breed. Miami Breeze had a pretty good year. She got a third at Spring of a Thing. Two first places in the breed collectability classes. First in the breed half and a first in the collectability half. And then she placed fifth alongside her sisters over here in Spirit Horse. Norwegian Jewel is a custom I had done last year. It was last January, roughly. February was when I sent her off. I got her back last June. And she showed for the first time at Dreammakers Live and got a fifth. And then showed again this weekend at Spirit Horse and got a third. So I was pretty proud of her. This one was kind of a shocker, too. She was, I guess, the most collectible thing on the table is what I've heard. This is Oasis of the Seas. And she got a second and an in at in her collectability Arab mare class at Red Devil Live Briar. So I was pretty proud of her for not having her COA or anything collectible towards her. This is a custom that I bought from a friend of mine. It's of one of her personal horses that she used to have. This is Ovation of the Seas. And I just got to show her this last weekend at Spirit Horse. And she got a first and a nan in her class. And then went on to take a division grand right there. So you can see the really pretty rosette that was given for that. But she's super cute. She's got her redone tail too. You can kind of see that. Next horse is One Great Mystery. And his first show was Red Devil. I got him at Briarfest. He was the surprise model for this year. And he got a 5th at the Red Devil Live Briar in the collectability half of the Mustang class. And then he got a 4th at Spirit Horse, so I was pretty proud of him. This is Storm of the Century. This is my Esprit. I bought him from Colin like forever ago. And he got a 2nd and a nan in the collectability half of the Lusitano class. Now this one, he had a pretty good year, actually, I'll say that. And not compared to the one that's next, who I need to have a serious discussion with. But this is Sherlock Holmes, and he was proxied by my friend and at the Stone Show. And he got a 2nd and a nan in the Pure Arab class, a 1st and a nan in the color class, into which he took Reserve Champ, and he got a 1st and a nan in the Arab Pure collectability half. And then he also got a 6th at Spirit Horse, so I was actually very proud of him. He's one of my designer horses that I have. Well, he's a designer horse and Tragedy's a designer horse, but my friend designed him. So, this is the one I need to have a serious discussion with. She has nanned at every show she's gone to, and, which is shocking, to be honest. But this is the Dr. and I call her Rose, so sometimes in a video you'll hear me yell Rose. Yeah, that's Rose. And, yeah, she's got quite a, you should see her envelope, because I sort them all into, envelopes like this right here. And this is hers on top, actually, real quick, and I'll show you this to you. It's very colorful inside from past years, even. Right there. Ah, I dropped it. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed. But you can kind of see right here, she's had a lot of placings. So, yeah. She's placed ever since I bought her last year at Spring of a Thing. Anywho, she placed this year at the Spring of a Thing. Got a 2nd and a nan. She placed at Dreammakers Live, got a 1st and a nan, and then went on to take a division champ, which is that rosette right there. And then here, let's see, she was proxied by my friend, and she got a 2nd and a nan in the Part Arab National Show Horse B class. She also got a 1st and a nan in that class as well for the collectability half. And then she got a 2nd and a nan in the Appy Leopard / Semi-Leopard color class. And then placed at Spirit Horse Live, got a 1st and a nan in that class. And then, or in the half Arab National Show Horse class. And then went on to get a Division Reserve right there, so you can see the rosette on her neck. So yeah, guys, so that is that. Those are my traditional sized horses that I've placed. And I'm going to go on and I'm going to post this, and then I'm going to do my minis. So I will talk to you guys in a little bit. So yeah, have a good day, guys.